Hey, welcome back to Everything Fly Fishing. We got a great video for you, a fishing video. We got into two big brown trout, and we talk about why you should visit your local tackle shop before you hit the water. So let's get on with this video. Let's check it out.
Get a grip on your bad self, learn to love the game. Get on down to the roulette wheel and pray that the end comes and wheels will win its way. The hotel's not alive, and the mystery's not the why. Oh no, silk is not the cry.
This video is being brought to you by Team Hanging Outdoors. Go check out their videos and go check out the Country Store and Fly Shop in Waterville, PA, where they have you'll find out what's hatching. You can buy rods, you can buy tipping material, you can buy tying material. They have about it all. And go check out Gary at the Watsontown Flea Market. And if you go check out him any Sunday and tell him we sent you, you get a 10% discount on anything you buy from Gary. Alright, we went up to Penns Creek last weekend, or Pine Creek. We went up to Pine Creek last weekend, and we always stop in the Slate Run Tackle Shop. Make sure you check them out. Here, I'll put a link here for their YouTube channel. Check their videos out. They got pretty cool videos. And check out the link below and the shop below to find the shop. And you can donate money to the Big Brown Trout Club, which they put in big browns. I'll put a link in that video up there to show you the big fish they put in. And they stock these huge browns every year, a couple times a year, sometimes 2 times a month, all year long. So anyway, we go up there a couple times. Just all year long, it's been high water. And water finally came down, so we went up, stopped in the Slate Run Tackle Shop to find out the water was 73 degrees. Now, if you've been listening to our videos or watching us for a while, you know that's way too warm. So I talked to them. They love us there. We love them. We love talking to them. We love walking around the shop all the time. They got really cool stuff, paintings. I mean, you got to check it out if you're in that area. So we stopped in there and we talked to them, and we were discussing what to do because it's an hour-and-a-half drive for us, and we kind of put our heads together and thought, well, the water coming out of Slate Run into Pine Creek is cold. It's cold enough that it won't affect the fish. And with talking to them a little bit longer, they said that some of the big browns had moved up into the colder water. So that's what we did. Let's get to the video and I'll show you how we did this and luck we had and some big fish. Now you could see the water was pretty low on Pine, so that's probably why the water temperature was so high compared to Penns Creek. It was a little colder and it was up. But anyway, so we're going to walk up in here. You can see the mouth of Slate Run coming down in. So we're going to walk up into Slate Run a little ways, and we're going to start fishing the little pockets as we go up through. We'll walk up through here, and that's pretty. It's not much water up there, but it was pretty interesting. We had a lot of fun. Okay, we come to our first hole, and as I'm walking up through, we decide that Tracy's going to tie on a dry, and I'm going to tie on a nymph. And as I'm running my nymph through, the hole, I noticed a fly or a fish rising. So I get Tracy to come on down to the hole and let's see what happens. Tree. What I'm going to do is come down in here and cast, try and cast up and let your line float. He's like right in underneath that tree rising, alright? See if we can get him. We might have to let him go down the creek there too. They're out in the water more. He's gonna hit the bush behind you. Watch the bush in front of you too. Ooh, good one. Let go, let go, let go. No, that dead drift there will turn him off. That'd be cool if I got that on video. Wham! He's a little under the bush more. No, you don't like your kind. Oh, there you go. That was drift. Let go. Must not. Oh, there you go! Oh! I got it all on video. Looks like your leader snapped. Here. As we discussed, as you will see later in this video, we discussed it later, and it's probably the fish had turned and went down creek with the current and just snapped her off. And it happens so fast. I'm telling you, it happens to me, happens to all of us. There's nothing you can do. And then she was fishing 3x line. I mean, she had 8.5 pound test on, and you seen how fast that snapped that leader? That was probably a really big fish, and when she hooked it, it freaked out and turned off down creek and just snapped her off like that. It's not the first big fish that's ever snapped us off, but I would have liked to seen that fish. But we go, she hook shied that one, of course, so we go up the creek and let's check it out. Hey, as you can see, the water was really low here, and we had the olive lively legs pheasant tail. You can see that in our old video. Make sure you check that, how to tie that. And we only had one fly, so you can't say we were nymphing, but we had no strike indicator, so it was kind of like a high stick nymphing, as you can see in the video. If I would have put a strike indicator on, it would have scared the crap out of any fish when that strike indicator hit the water. As you can see, the water is real low here. It's not much water, it's very low, but it was cold. So the fish move up in there, and let's check it out. See how we make out. I wanted to take a note here. We don't really take this fish out of the water and pose for pictures. Tracy took some pictures while it was in the water. And it took a while to take pictures because I put it down in the net, let it for a while, and took a picture and let it in the net for a while. And it fully recovered as soon as I left it go. It took off like crazy. So if you're going to fish the warmer waters, don't pick it out of the water. Take your underwater shots with your GoPro, or just take underwater shots, or just pick it out of the water just enough for a second or three and then turn it loose. Don't want to kill these fish. Hey, we head on up a little further up here. We fished some of the pocket water with no luck, which this was a learning experience for me. I couldn't imagine after I caught that big brown in that little pocket water, how many fish I scared on my way up through in that little pocket water. And it's just scary for me. It was just, I mean, not scary, excuse me, bad English. It was just a learning experience. That little water holds such big fish. It's pretty amazing, actually. But anyway, we head back down to the main Pine Creek and go down there and fish where the cold water flows into Pine Creek. Hey, we went down to this part of the creek and there was people fishing Pine Creek. The whole stretch. Don't do that. The only reason we're fishing this is because there's cold water running into it. Do not fish 73 degrees in the catch and release area. That's fine if you're going to keep. When you're putting them back, they don't recover. You're killing them. You're killing all these big German browns that people donated money. Don't come to Pine Creek anymore. Don't come till fall. Check your water temperatures. Check it out. Go do your homework. Go to your local shop. Make sure the water temperature is not too warm. Take a thermometer with you. I have one in my vehicle. If it goes above 65, we don't fish. The only reason we fished here is we went so far and we found cold water. Don't even come to Pine Creek and fish the cold water anymore. The water temperature is going to go up and up and up and up and up. And don't do it. And like I said, we didn't take the fish out of the water for long enough to pose with it or anything like that. So keep them wet. On a side note, I got 3X on here. I muscle this fish in. I'm lucky I didn't break the rod. I muscled it in as fast as I possibly could, and that's what you have to do if you're fishing in warmer water. hope you liked that video. We caught 2 really nice browns there, both on that lively legs that we tied a couple weeks ago. You can go check out that video. I'll put a link here if I can. For that video, you can go check out that video. We tied that. Worked great. We kind of nymphed. We kind of like tight line. We used no strike indicator, because the water was too low and too clear, and just kind of kept in front of our nymph, and it worked. First fish I ever caught that using that kind of method, which kind of got me excited for the high stick and nymphing, check nymphing. I think the fish that broke Tracy off was really big, and that's what happened. It went down creek and snapped her off, which really stinks. I wish we would have got to see that one. Make sure that if you're going fishing in temperatures that are above 65 or around 65, even for that matter, you don't take that fish out of the water as very little as possible. We took it out for a second or two to take a picture, and that was it. And we put it back in and to show it to you on the camera, but that's very little time, and they recovered really nicely. What happened is you put them back in the water, and they can't catch their breath, and they suffocate and die. And there was a lot of people fishing the regular area, just Pine Creek, where the water temperature was that high. The only reason we fished Pine Creek is because that cold water was coming in there. That temperature of that water where we were fishing was probably below 65. Where the rest of the creek is, I mean, you stood in the water at where that water was coming in, and turned around and stepped back a couple feet away with that water flow, and you could feel the temperature difference in the water in Pine Creek and that Slate Run water coming in. I mean, it was amazing, the difference. We walked up in that little creek, and it was like, wow, that's a big difference in water temperature. But there was tons of people fishing down below us in the regular area where the cold water wasn't coming in, and the water temperature was 73. If you're doing this, don't go do this. Don't go fishing on a creek, especially a catch and release area where people spend money on browns. I mean, I think they said they spent $14,000 or something. I don't know. You can go look at their channel and check it out. I forget. It's amazing the amount of money they spend on these German browns. They don't need people going up there when the water temperature's that high and killing all their fish. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You know, you can't keep them anyway. So why are you out there fishing that warmer temperature? Go up creek and away from the catch and release area where you can keep them. If you're keeping fish and you're not catching catch and release areas, go ahead. Fish into August if you're eating them. Oh, by the way, reminds me, check out the link below. We got a new fish t-shirt for you people who don't like to catch and release. I don't when it comes to like perch. I love them little teeny fish. They're yummy. Rock bass. But I don't eat trout, and I don't eat fish that I come back and fish for year after year, and I sure as heck ain't eating any of the bass out of the river in this area. The way the water is not good. But anyway, thank you for watching our video. Again, if you're not and you're watching this first time, do not forget to subscribe. You can subscribe anytime. Right here somewhere there's a little fishy. Click that and you subscribe, or at the end of this video, the big button you can't miss that says subscribe. And please check out our t-shirts. That's the only way we make money off of any of these videos, because YouTube ain't giving us a dime, and we make very little money off Patreon because you guys don't seem interested in Patreon. But go check it out anyway. They redesigned Patreon, made it even cooler. Carl was telling us the other day, he says, man, check out the new Patreon. We went and checked it out. It's pretty cool. Them guys use that Patreon, continuously putting fishing pictures on there. That's where they could share their pictures and their videos in our private community, where it doesn't get publicly surfaced all over the internet. So that's pretty cool, and it's only $1. Go check that out, and we will have a giveaway for the Patreons coming really soon, and we might do one at 800 subscribers. So I got to figure out what I'm giving away first. So make sure you subscribe and don't miss our videos. And check it out. We'll be doing some tying videos coming up real soon. So stay with us. Make sure you subscribe. Oh, and there's a little bell thing up on our subscription thing on our channel. Click that and you'll get a notification every time we post. It's really cool. Hey, welcome to the end of our video where you can see our tying videos there. Our fishing videos here. Monday shows there. And subscribe here. Check out all our videos. Subscribe. And keep your lines wet, out of the trees, and only give them fish a sore lip.